to go out and broadcast it all over the place. How do we broadcast? Through lines of communication. So I'm now coming to execute e-communication. What is e-communication? E-communications is what goes on in the galaxies. Text message, Facebook, sending by satellite. Tell no man. So God said, well, in order for you to understand who I am, you have to follow my instructions. Failure to follow his instructions is going to cost you. Listen to this, verse 22. Saying, the Son of Man must suffer many things. In other words here, suffering is predicted. And if we are in his image, look who's going to reject you. Be rejected of the elders. You're going to be rejected of those in high places. You're going to be rejected of those who you would not expect to be rejected of. The Greek word for elders is can you get it out? Presbyters. One held a high standard in personal qualifications. One that is held in higher standards of personal qualifications. So these ones that are holding this high standards, and God is expecting us to hold these high standards. And these are going to be the ones that's going to reject you. These are going to be, so don't think it's strange that people in high-ranking or high-ranking officials start rejecting you. Don't think it's strange because, come on, we in his image. Yes. We want to be Christ-like. Yes. So we have to understand what Christ actually went through. Not only was it the elders, but it was the chief priests. The chief priests also rejected him. The chief priests were rulers, but they didn't rule over countries. They ruled over cities. So you have someone that has some authority. And that one with some authority is going to reject you. That one that has a little bit of authority. See, they ain't got major duties and responsibilities. But they got just a little bit of a title. And think they ruling everything. Oh God. Because I operate in some type of office, I now feel that I can broadcast everything to everybody. When he specifically says, tell no man that thing. Tell no man that thing. And scribes, your religious people, they're going to reject you. Be slain. You got to realize there's going to be a death that's going to take place. There's going to be some dying that's going to take place. Who do you say that I am? You got to understand that in this walk, there's some things that's got to die. There's some things that's got to come to closure. And what I realized that in this walk with God, there are going to be some people that's going to reach their destination while you're on your way to your destiny. There's going to be some people that's going to drop out of your life because they have gone as far as they can go while you're still en route to your destiny. That's a type of a death. So you've got to understand that when God sends you through this type of death, that God, you made the promise. He said in 3 days and be raised the third day. God said, what I want you to understand that you're coming up out of this. You're coming out of this suffering that you are encountering and that you're going through. It's not going to last always, but you got to understand, who am I? You've got to understand my powers. You've got to understand that I am a man that I will not lie. I will not lie. what I tell you, it will come to pass. But all you got to do is put your trust and your dependency in him. All you got to do is rely on him and what he said in his word. You're not going to be able to stand up and be able to identify with who he is as long as you're in your mess. So you got to come out of your mess in order to really recognize who he is. Because if you, as long as you're in your mess, you're going to say, well, some say you're a prophet. Some say you're the man of, oh no, but who do you say that I am? Who are you calling me? What is my name to you? Is it Jehovah Jireh? Am I your provider when you don't see a way out of no way? Am I Jehovah Raphael? Am I your healer when your body is racking with pain? Can you call on me to be Jehovah Raphael when nothing is relieving the pain? Can you see that I will be there for you? Can you see that I really want your flesh to be put to death when everything within you is craving for something? Who do you say that I am? You know, we've got to get to a place and be determined. God, I am sick and tired of being tormented. I am sick and tired of being tortured by demonic forces. I am sick and tired of being played by diabolic plans of the enemy. I am sick and tired of being played the fool when God, I know that I'm a wise person in you. I am sick and tired, God, of just stuff just happening. God, who do you say that I am, he says. Operate in your God-given authority. Operate and know that I'm God. Operate so that you can know and then be a light to somebody else. Because in this dispensation that we're in, if you are not in the season where God is silencing you, something is wrong with you. Because he is silencing that we can now hear him. See, we got too many voices going on the inside of us. Too many lines of communications going on. We can get in touch. We can do mass texting. I can send out a mass text up to 10 people and send out one message. Because there's too much lines of communication going on. He says, so I've got to silence some things in order for you to get the true line of communication. The true line of communication. Who do you say that I am? Who do you say, who am I to you? Who am I to you? Am I only someone that you need me when you need a quick fix? Am I someone to you that only comes to you, or you only call me when you're in a hardship? 2 days ago on my lunch break, I said, God, I just want to be in your presence. So I got up from my desk and I walked down to the river. And when I walked down to the river, I just sat there and just looked at the water. I said, God, I need nature to minister to me. I need you to speak through nature. And the tree that was sitting right in front of me, the wind began to blow. And the tree started moving. So I took my eyes off the water and began to look at the tree. And I said, God, what are you showing me? He said, I'm showing you that I'm able to move at your command. At your command. Because I said I needed nature to minister to me. He said, I'm able to move at your command. He said, now look at the ground. So I looked at the ground at the dead leaves that was once on the tree. And I got up and I went and I just kicked it and moved it with my foot. And the funniest thing about these leaves, they were like crooked and they didn't look normal. I said, God, what is this? He said, these dead leaves that's on the ground, and they were dark brown, represents the snakes that you renounce.